So I've already carved out my brows and applied the Tarte Cosmetics concealer on my lid, as this is going to be the base I'm using today. I'm taking a bright green shade from the Morphe 35C palette. I'm going in with the colour first on a clean base, as this really helps the colour to stand out and help the colour to pop. I'm applying the eyeshadow with a Morphe M506 brush, which is a very small detailer brush, and I'm applying that in a sort of like circular motion, so just carving out my crease with it almost, as I want this to be a very sort of round eye look. This look does look very strange to start off with, but with these type of sort of bright colour, dramatic looks, you have to just trust the process of it. So I just build the colour up until it's at the intensity that I want it to be. As you can see, I wanted this very, very bright and very intense. The next shadow I'm going to be applying is from the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette. This is a beautiful bright palette. I'm taking the yellow shade from it. I'm applying the shadow with a Zoeva 227 fluffy brush, and as you can see, I'm just taking it just slightly above that green shade but blending it into the green. It is quite a process, like with these sort of types of colours, but it's so worth it in the end. This in the end just looks so pretty together. I just love the yellow at the top. So as you can see, this is becomes like your sort of transition colour, so it looks really pretty. It also reminded me of like a subway sign. With this colour, you want to make sure that you don't get it up into your sort of brow bone area, because then it will like merge into your brow bone area and make your eyebrow look like it's going yellow. So yeah, just be careful, but if you do get any up there, you can just go back over with some concealer just to tidy the area up. Now, I forgot to show you the colour that I was using for some reason, but as you can see, I applied a purple shade. This is from the Morphe 35C palette, and I'm applying it again on a small detailer brush from Morphe. I'm dotting the colour down in each corner of my eye, so the inner corner and the outer corner, just to create that halo effect. So as you can see, it sort of explains itself. But then what I do, I take the purple into my actual crease and just blend it through. Make sure not to get any on your lid, but if you do get any on your lid, it doesn't matter, as we're going to be covering part of the lid up with some concealer. I then just go back in with that yellow eyeshadow just to blend the edges together. I just go around the purple, the green, just to sort of blend it with the yellow. I then start to apply this really gorgeous teal shade, which is from the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm just applying that over that purple. The reason I applied the purple first is because I wanted this to be really deep and really colourful, and just apply as sort of many colours as I possibly could, really. But no, I really like how this turned out, and mixing the purple with the sort of bluey green over it, I think really helped. As you can see here, I'm just meeting both colours into my crease, and that really helps sort of blend it all together. Now it's time to cut the crease. So I just applied the tiniest bit of concealer in the middle of my lid, and then I just look up the tiniest bit, and then I just carve out where I want this sort of halo eye to go. To blend the concealer out at the edge, I use this brush from Real Techniques, as you don't want it to be a really sort of defined edge to your concealer, as it's then just going to look really like messy. So you want to blend it out a bit with a sort of synthetic brush, as this will really help to make it just look that extra bit more sort of diffused. So as you can see, I'm just blending the edges. Don't sort of use it in the middle, because then it's obviously going to make the concealer go like a bluey colour, but just blend the edges out and you'll be fine. Now, to create that sort of halo eye for the lid, the inner part of the lid, I used the shade, I cannot remember what it's called, but it's from the Alice in Wonderland palette from Urban Decay, and it's this gorgeous green shadow. It literally like went so perfectly, but it was a bit sort of like it kept crumbling, so I probably would have just used a shade from a Morphe palette. But yeah, this is the shadow that I used, and I really like how it turned out. And then I just blend that blue eyeshadow around it just to blend the edges out and diffuse it a bit more. Just taking a little bit more yellow eyeshadow, as you can see, and just trying to blend that blue eyeshadow, as I wanted it to sort of fade into the yellow. Then I'm going to be applying some eyeliner. I'm just using my favourite NYX liquid liner, just lining my lash line really, just so it's easier for when I apply my false eyelashes. I found that the look was lacking a little bit of something, so I decided to add a little pop of orange into the crease, just to sort of blend the blue and the yellow together. So I had it sort of going from green, blue, orange yellow, as I found that sort of blended it a bit better. So I obviously done this after I'd done the rest of my eye makeup, but I think it helped. To prime my face, I used the Primark Strobe Cream, and then for foundation, I used the EX1 Invisiwear foundation, and as you can see, I'm just applying it with a brush. It does look really dark compared to the rest of my face, and that is because my neck is tanned and I'm matching the foundation to my neck, so please no one come for me in the comments. To bronze my face, I'm just using the Primark foundation stick in Caramel, I believe it's called, and I'm just applying this to where I applied my bronzer and just sort of warming up my face, and I'm just blending it in with the same foundation brush. For concealer, I'm using the Infallible Pro Glow by L'Oreal, and I'm just applying this where I would usually highlight my face and sort of brighten up underneath my eyes. I then just took all shadows that I applied on top of my eye underneath, so I start off with the darkest colour first, so just taking the blue, then it will gradually go down to the yellow and the orange. Not in that particular order, but yeah, you will see what I mean. It's sort of easier to watch them for me to explain. So I first apply the shades with an angle brush, and then I just take a fluffy brush just to blend them all together. As you can see, I'm just taking that yellow shade again just to blend the edges out, and I'm just basically repeating myself this whole voiceover. Just setting underneath my eyes with some of the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is actually the loose powder. I don't know if they do this in England yet, I cannot remember, but I actually got it in America. So yeah, they should have it on Amazon though. And then I'm just going to be setting the rest of my face with a different colour but the same powder. I used number 10 under my eyes, and then I used number 20 around the rest of my face. For bronzer, I'm using the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and then I'll be going in with some blusher. I quite like having quite strong blusher at the moment, like really bright, and then I'll go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Peach Nectar. It's like a highlighter, but I use it as like a blush topper as it is that little bit darker on my skin tone. So I just take that around my forehead, my cheeks, my chin, everywhere I'd really highlight, to be honest, because it's not that dark, but it's just, it looks almost like a more of a natural glow, I would say, especially with my skin tone. Like, I can't use this as like a blinding highlight because it's too sort of deep, but I can get away with it as a sort of like a natural highlight. I hope you know what I mean. Then I'm actually going in with an old favourite of mine, which is a highlighter from Urban Decay. I believe it's Sin. I could be wrong, but I believe it's Sin, and I'm just taking that over where we applied the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. And I have not used this in such a while, but it was actually so gorgeous. It really went with this look so well, and I'm just applying that all the places I applied the previous one. And I'm using my little paintbrush from Hobbycraft because this is my favourite brush to apply highlighter. I just find it works so well, and obviously it just creates the perfect glow, as you can see. To line my lips, I'm using my favourite Barry M lip liner in Toast, and then I'll be taking the Jamie Genevieve lipstick by MAC Cosmetics and Jamie herself, and then I'm going to be applying the Rihanna gloss, the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Gloss Bomb. I cannot remember what it's called, but yeah, that is the finished look. Sorry, this voiceover has been absolute trash, but I'm so tired. Still really wanted to get this video up for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know of any makeup requests in the comments down below, any video requests, and I'll be sure to do them for you. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.